I forgot one video to show you. Since we're talking about Bernie, you know CNN is going to do their best to try to do that to Bernie Sanders,
They had this plan.
They had this plan, right? So
they were like, when is Bernie announcing? Is he announcing now? Wait, hold on a second. He's not announcing now. We gotta wait till he announces now.
So discussing the 2020 presidential election and discussing Bernie Sanders' announcement earlier today, CNN got to talking about it. And so they sought the services of Nia Malika Henderson, I believe. And you could tell she was not feeling it. You could tell she was not feeling Bernie Sanders 2020.
Tell me where you think, what space does he occupy in this Democratic field?
You know, I think he's mainly going to be just a voice for the left. It's really hard to imagine who the Bernie Sanders voter is at this point beyond what we know the Bernie Sanders voter has been. And it's sort of the Bernie bro, right? Somebody who's a bit younger, whiter, I think, than the overall Democratic primary process usually is in those voter groups. So it's hard to see what sort of lane in terms of building some sort of multiracial coalition. It is interesting, though. He clearly is mindful of that. Oh, yeah. While he has moved, I think, the party left on any number of issues, Medicare for all and college tuition. He himself has been moved left on issues around race by the party itself, right? He was very uncomfortable in many ways talking about race. In 2016, there were some sort of uncomfortable interactions he had with Black Lives Matter protesters. You see in that announcement video, he mentions racial equality, right? And that's something I think we're going to hear quite a bit from him. He calls the president a racist. Not every candidate has done that so far. And so we'll see how that plays. But I think it's still going to be difficult, I think, for him to expand what we know are that core group of supporters, which are primarily younger voters, as well as white voters as well, and primarily male voters. But we'll see. He's going to be an interesting voice out there in this very, very crowded field.
I got one very important question to ask you, Will.
Yeah.
How do you feel being a white male?
A young
white male. How do you feel being a young white male, Will?
Well, I feel different.
She did say, well,
I feel different.
Funny thing is, she says, she kind of suggested, well, she didn't suggest, she said there's not really a good idea of who these voters are.
We don't know where the support is
We don't know where the support is coming from, except for, she said she didn't know where the support is coming from.
Except for the Bernie bro.
No, the whiter. She didn't say white, but she just say whiter. I'm like, she's talking about light skin? Like light skinned black people? She's talking about white? What's it? Do light skinned black people fall into that? You know what I'm saying? Do albinos fall into that category?
You remember 2016?
Do mixed people?
The Bernie made me white thing, right?
Yeah, Bernie made me white. Yeah, do biracial people fall into that whiter category?
So we're back to 2016.
Back to 2016.
It's the same narrative.
The same narrative. Bernie bro. Because I know when I went to the polls and was talking to people about who they voted for. A lot of people don't like to disclose that, but a lot of people are like proud. Mm-hmm. I spoke to a lot of people who were not white males.
Of course.
Also, when we went to Philadelphia for the Democratic convention, there were a lot of people there.
A diverse
collection of people. I remember seeing a lot of women there, young women.
I do.
Young women and old women.
But she says the Bernie voter is young, white, and male.
That seems to apply more to like Donald Trump and Republicans, right?
Well, I don't know about the young part. He does have young and old, of course. He has the very old voters, but the white part.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm right now, man. I'm having identity issues. I'm having an identity crisis.
Again, I feel different today because I've never been white before.
You know what? And she kind of has prompted me to now reevaluate myself.
You got to.
I have to reevaluate myself as a human being because I have to now accept a new part of my identity, or this is a new identity in general, completely.
Your mirror has been wrong.
Be lying to me every day. Has been lying to me every day for over 30 years.
Yeah, and this face tells it all.
Yo, that was before she started talking. This is when
she was receiving the question about Bernie Sanders. That face says it all.
You knew she was about to hate. You knew that's what she was like. She was like, I'm on here to hate, and that's all I'm gonna do, and y'all know it.